Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Talking Sports Podcast. At this point, I don't know how many episodes we have, maybe up to like 20, but I've lost count. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of the uh, reactions and views, comments, subscribers. Thank you all so much for the recent interactions. We love it. That's what we do this for, just to chop it up with you guys. Thanks so much for that. Continue to hit the subscribe button. My name is JD. I got my brother with me. We just love talking sports, hence the name of our podcast. We just want it to be natural, natural feel, natural, just communication, just like you were talking to your friend or your dad or your brother about sports, just like we do. Um, Definitely hit the subscribe button, comment, like it up, and we're definitely gonna keep bringing this out to you guys. Jeremiah, how you feeling tonight?
Feeling good, feeling good. It was a good weekend of NFL. I think some surprises and some interesting games. Some were expected, some not, but feeling pretty good. I Work has been good this week so far, so feeling
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, same for me. Been busy, but that's life.
yep.
So yeah. But now let's get into it. We're gonna start with our quick hits. So the NBA season is kicking off in about a week. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about this NBA season. I really, really am. Unfortunate news though, LeBron, he is gonna be missing the opener for the first time in his career, missing an opener, and he has sciatica, and we know what that is, just the nerve damage from the back down to the leg, and so unfortunate for him, but better now than at the end of the season for sure. But yeah, it's just tough to be without LeBron for the Lakers for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's a tricky injury because you could think you're getting better, and then you try and go out and play, and it's not better. So got to be careful with it. Hopefully they rehab it, take it seriously. Hopefully he gets some rest. Obviously, I mean he has the best uh, athletic advancements uh, in the world to him. So
Yep.
hopefully he should be good. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited too. I think it'll be interesting with the amount of uh, ACL and Achilles injuries that we had at the end of last season.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see which teams really step up, especially in the East, on the East side of things. So
Yeah.
it's got to be
Yeah.
the next year. Got to be the next year.
It has to be. If it's not the Knicks or the Cavs, then something's got to change there. But we're definitely going to be getting into the NBA season as it tips off. I'm excited about NBC being basketball being back on NBC. For years they were gone, but now we're getting that theme song back,
Yep.
that classic theme song back. So I'm excited about
About
that as
time.
well. Absolutely. But any other quick hits that you had?
Yes, the U.S. men's national team just beat Australia 2-1.
Yep.
Um, Good game. Haji Wright, the striker, just kind of took the game over. This is a friendly, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything,
Right.
but just trying to build chemistry with the team and the coach, and just keep progressing for the men's national soccer team. The unfortunate news is that Christian Pulisic got hurt in this game and had to be subbed off. Or I don't know. I think he actually might have finished the game, but um, hopefully that's not too bad because he's also playing incredible for AC Milan. So
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
hopefully, he can keep that going. But international break is over after tonight, which is
yeah,
also a great thing. So Premier League can be back, and club soccer can be back. So good night for the men's national team.
yeah, definitely. Anytime you can get a win and just get some chemistry with the guys, it's definitely going to be a big help for the future of the men's national team for the U.S. So big things. Looking forward to big things from them. Do you have Nobleman of the Week this week?
Yes, I do. And you know what? I typically just come right out and say it.
Yeah.
But this week, I want you to say it with me
Okay.
as for who nobleman of the week is going to be. We're going to do it on three. On three, right? One, two, three.
Patrick Mahomes.
No, sir. See,
I didn't have any ideas, so I was guessing.
I knew you was gonna mess it up. I knew you were gonna mess it up. All right. Mahomes did have a great game. We'll give him honorable mention.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
but nobleman of the week is Rico Dowdle for the Carolina
Uh,
Panthers. Um, it's
he deserves it. He deserves it.
right. He does. Listen, hey, I'm showing love to running backs this year. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
I
Jonathan
see.
Taylor been killing it. Still had a good week, but Rico Dowdle could have got it last week and this week.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So against the Cowboys, which we'll get into later, but 30 rushes, 183 yards, 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. So took the game over. I mean,
Yeah,
it seemed like
absolutely.
every play was designed for him, passing, running, screen, whatever. Um, the main reason Carolina Panthers beat the Cowboys, the main reason. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Rico will get no man of the week, but yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and I mean, I have no problem with that. He really, I mean, like you said, over the last 2 weeks, we can really give him the nod for that award. Just due to his play, the Carolina Panthers offensive line has been opening up huge gaps for him to run through, averaging basically 7 yards a carry. And just a workhorse. He's the only guy out there. Chuba Hubbard's out. I don't know if he came out of the game maybe once or twice.
I think once or twice.
Yeah, 30 carries, and like he didn't play toward the end of the game, but he didn't really need to at that point because they were just getting in field goal range to end it. But yeah, I mean, 30 carries, a workhorse, and he a man of his word. He told the Cowboys to buckle up, and that he was coming, and they had no answer. So yeah, nobleman of the last 2 weeks for sure. And we'll see if he can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it was crazy to see. Just uh, I don't know if I've seen like a running back performance like that to where leading up to the game he said what he was going to do,
Yeah,
came in the game, did it, and then in the post game said they couldn't stop me. Basically, like I don't
yeah,
know if I've ever seen that entire like conversation.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. We'll get into it more, but yeah,
Yeah,
he definitely deserves it.
for sure, for sure. So this is a segment I want to bring up because I got the idea from an ESPN notification where I think they actually called it, um, too early overreactions or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have some of my own that I've created after week 6.
Okay.
And we'll start with the Jets because, um, obviously Fields is their guy. And, they had a promising start to the season.
They did.
Obviously, they're winless right now, but I mean, they could have easily been 2-1, 3-0 in the first couple of games of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but just late game mistakes and things like that. But I think starting out number one for my too early overreaction, I think the Jets should bench Fields
Mm.
for next week and just see if you can get something better out of Tyrod Taylor because shout out Baker. Um, because I think it was 82 yards of total offense, 2 for 15 on third down.
Yeah.
Um, I can't even remember how many sacks I lost. I lost,
Nine.
yeah,
Nine.
nine sacks. That can't happen. It just can't happen.
Yeah.
And obviously more people are at fault than just Fields. It's not. I'm not putting it all on him because that O line, just crumbled.
Yeah.
But it may be time for a change this week coming up. So that's number one. Number two, and this is a little bit more of a hot take, but I think it may be time to have the conversation that Drake May might be the best quarterback of last year's draft.
Ooh.
Might be too early, might be too,
Okay.
but what he's showing right now with middle of the road Patriots team, which is leading their division right now.
They are.
What he's showing right now is just composure, just poise, not really any mistakes. Managing the game, getting a bunch of different guys involved. Um, I think we should watch out and just keep watching his development and see what happens.
Yeah. 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 I agree with that. What's the third one? I'll
Third
talk
one,
later, but yeah.
third one. This is my favorite one right here. My favorite one. You're gonna enjoy this one.
Hey, the best for last.
Best for last. Too early overreaction number three is the Dallas Cowboys will finish below 500 at the end of this season. Now, again, too early. Obviously, we understand what the offense is, but the reason for that overreaction is the defense.
Yeah.
If they do not trade for anybody on defense, they can chalk it up.
Yeah.
They can chalk it up. I can probably see them going 8-9.
Yeah. So just to comment on the three, and I like those. Those are all really good. Um, so the first one with the Jets, I think we have to take into account that the Broncos defense is really really good.
For sure.
That's something that we have to take into consideration. Uh, you know, you know, great corners with Sartain leading that charge.
Yep.
Nick Bonito is a monster, and they have other guys that are really, really, really good. Vance Joseph, very good defensive coordinator. He's proven, uh, and the Jets. Garrett Wilson went out.
Yep.
The offensive line for the Jets is not very good, but that Broncos defense is really, really good, and I don't. That's probably the best defense they're going to face all season.
Yeah.
So while yes, Justin, and it hasn't really produced, especially this last game. It was a close game. It was 13-11. That
Yep.
last drive, they were in position to win the game.
Right.
Broncos offense struggled mightily, but when you're 0-6, why not just try things? Why not just do things differently to see if you get a different result, right? And that just proves that you're not insane.
Right.
We'll talk about that as well later. Um, with the Patriots, I think that's fair. It's absolutely fair that Drake May it could be the best quarterback, and that class was stacked. It was
Yeah.
loaded. But I think we have to really shout out to Vrabel and that coaching staff.
Yep.
We see the difference for sure that this second year has had on his development. And we knew that he was going to be good because he was very good in North Carolina.
Right.
Um, but I just think the pieces, also the pieces that they put around Drake May, really helps with the running back, Stephon Diggs. Um, you know, just getting him some guys to throw the ball to is
Yeah.
helps as well. Um, and so yeah, I can definitely see him being the best quarterback from that draft. And the third one, it's not really a surprise. I don't even think that's really an overreaction. I didn't have the Cowboys over 500. Um,
Hmm.
early in the season, beginning the season, I didn't think that they would be very good at all. And then once you trade Micah Parsons, that just that continues that downward trend. Um, so yeah, that's no surprise there for me
Yeah.
personally, uh, but yeah, I believe that's gonna happen. They'll be below 500. I'm gonna say like maybe 7 and 10 because they're what, 2 and 3 right now, 2, 3 and 1. So yeah, like 7, 9 and 1, something like that. 6, 10 and 1. Defense is just bad. So
Can we just get into it? Can we just get into? Do you have another segment we need to get into first? Can
no,
we?
let's get into it.
Let's just get into it because I'm not. Let me make it clear for those who maybe don't know. I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan. However, I've been on the record for a while saying that I um, appreciate Dak Prescott for
Absolutely.
who he is as a leader, for
Hmm.
who he's been for the Dallas Cowboys as a quarterback, and what he's been able to produce, despite everything else that's around him. Now,
Absolutely.
following that, I can't watch this defense anymore. I just I can't do it.
It's
I'm not
bad.
I'm not a fan, and it's
Yeah.
making me frustrated. Just
Right.
because you have a you have a coach and you have a scheme in Matt Eberflus who is running, different variations of zone coverages, flats, 4-4, 3-4, 4-3. I mean, uh, same outcome, same outcome every week. Um, Adjustments aren't really being made when they need to be made.
Correct.
It's third and short, fourth and short. You got guys lining off 10 yards from the receiver. Cornerbacks and safeties playing off when all they need is 1 or 2 yards. Um, the awareness level of the linebackers, of the defensive ends, of the safeties, the corners is at an all time low. And I don't know if that's you know coaching. I don't know if that's just players not wanting to play for this coach because I had this idea in my head. I said, okay, maybe they're laying down, right? Maybe they're just doing it because they want the coach gone. Because I've seen something similar to that. If you remember, back to Aaron Rodgers, one of his last years in Green Bay,
Yeah.
he led the league in throwaways, all because he was tired of Mike McCarthy in his ear calling plays, right? So
Yeah.
we've seen things like this in the NFL, but the question is, and this is what I want to ask you: will Jerry Jones make the decision to fire Eberflus before the season's over?
I don't believe he will, just because it's never happened.
Right.
One time, a coach from my memory, one time a coach was fired mid-season, and that was Wade Phillips. I
Right.
think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we lost to the Giants, and I think after that he was fired. Y'all can correct me in the comment section, but yeah, no, it's just not his mo. And Dr. D said that in our video Sunday that was posted on our short, which got crazy numbers, by the way. Thank y'all so much. That video went
Yeah.
crazy.
It blew up.
I was surprised that I was like semi-viral for us anyway. So I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
whoa, appreciate y'all.
For sure.
And I think on that video specifically, there was a comment on it. And a shout out to you. that commented that if you're watching this video right now. But we lost. Not only did we lose Micah Parsons, but we lost D Law too, and that's a person that doesn't get mentioned enough.
Hmm.
But we have to look at what Seattle's doing right now with D Law there.
Right.
Seattle's defensive line, I think they lead the league in sacks, if I'm not mistaken. They Seattle's really, really playing well on defense. And so not only did we trade Micah, but we lost D Law as well. And so that's a run stopper. That's a guy that gets pressure on the quarterback. And we know that the Cowboys aren't simulating any pressure at all. And we don't blitz. We don't blitz at all. So we're just Bryce Young had so much time to just do whatever he wanted to do, and that's just been a theme for our defense. But no, I don't think Jerry Jones is going to fire him. Uh, Shoddy is, saying all the right things that a head coach should say about a defensive coordinator that's struggling right now. But to your point, not only did we see a offense get lay down for a coach and wanting him fired, we saw it last year with the Bears.
Right.
The same guy,
Yep.
Matt Eberflus. He was a head coach, obviously, but after that Washington game,
Yep.
the Hail Mary, the famous Hail Mary, we know what happened. After that moment, I don't think they won a game. Maybe they won one or two more games after that. But that
Yep.
defense laid down. They did not want to play for him. What for whatever reason, they I know the reason. He's not a good coach.
But that's a great point you mentioned because as as a I mentioned this Sunday, we live in the world of AI. We live in the world of all these analytics and data specialists on these teams. I mean, these guys, these young 20, 30-year olds getting paid bank just to, give analytics to the
Yeah.
OC, right? To the DC. After coming off of that season with Eberflus have the Bears, what 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 I don't know, I don't even know how I want to frame the question. What do the Cowboys front office see
Yeah,
with their eyes
to even bring him in.
to bring him in?
That's the question. Like,
You can do the eye test or the stats and the analytics, either one.
yeah,
Neither of them looked good.
yeah, and I don't know if he was the least expensive or Cowboys are just desperate or they nobody else wanted to come in. I it was Shoddy's call to bring him in. Maybe I have no idea, but to bring in a guy and to be honest with you, if if he does get fired, his career is over because he's
Surely.
putting out too much bad tape. He might go to a AAA college team or something, um, Division III college team, but I don't think he'll get a job again. And honestly, he doesn't deserve one just because he's terrible. And anytime the camera spans to him, he just looks lost. And I've said that before. He
Yeah.
just looks lost. He looks dumbfounded. Doesn't know what's going on. I
He's he's searching that piece of paper for something that ain't gonna help the defense. I
I
mean,
don't know if it's personnel. I don't know if we're just slow. I mean, I do think it's partly personnel as well
sure.
because Donovan Wilson doesn't need to play. Trayvon Diggs is a shell of himself, and he's making Bland look bad. He's making that contract extension that Bland got just look terrible. I mean, we barely have any turnovers, no sacks, no pressures. It's just a bad defense all around, and it's unfortunate because the offense is playing so well. Dak is playing like an MVP, and this is without CD Lamb, but we can't stop. It's yeah, I don't know. I'm just at a loss for words about this terrible Cowboys team.
It's a shame to see because like you mentioned, and I mentioned it as well, Dak Prescott is playing at an all-time high level. And I just wonder what this team would be like with a great defense. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't. I'm not concerned about the Micah Parsons trade. Micah's 50% healthy. I'm gonna just be honest with people.
Yeah,
He's barely healthy. His back is about to just like that at any point. So I don't.
maybe that's why we traded him. I don't know.
And maybe so. And that's that's on Jerry Jones. But I'll say this: I don't think he would make as much of a difference. Sure, he's a game breaker. Of course, he can get a sack or two a game. Um, when he's fighting through a double and triple team, sure, that's fine. But even with this defense that you're running, he wouldn't help or hurt really anymore
And
because
that's what we've seen the past few seasons.
right, because the linebackers, safeties, and at times the corners have been the issue. But this scheme, like, it's frustrating. Like, it's frustrating to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. It's just bad, and we talked about it Sunday. When you have an opponent, one guy specifically tell you what he's going to do, and you let him do it, that just shows that you are weak. You're weak mentally. You're weak physically. Um, that I mean, that's and like I said to you Sunday, that's like a guy telling you that he's gonna do things to your girl, and you let him do it. Like there's got to be some type of pride to as a man that you say you think you're gonna do that, but I'm here and I'm standing in your way, and I'm
Yep.
not gonna let you do that.
Right.
And so I don't know if they are just underestimated him or underestimated the team and thought that, oh, they're just talking, that's just competitiveness. Nah, they told you the game plan and they did the game plan.
239 scrimmage yards.
After a week where he had over 200 yards rushing.
You got him. He over there eating bananas, drinking Gatorade, just so he can keep running on you to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Like, no, and to the manhood thing, right? We're playing football. This is not tennis. This is not
Yeah. It's
ball.
not one on one. Yeah.
Right. This is not something where you have to be. Skill is involved, but football's a man's game. That's what it's known for.
Yeah.
Don't hit him.
Right.
Like, there was no hit stick. There was no, like, it was just nothing.
No force, no heart,
Nothing.
nothing. What the Cowboys game plan should have been 8, 9 in the box, man to man across the board. Bryce Young, you're beating us today.
Yep.
And I mean, essentially, he did beat you. He didn't throw for a whole lot of yards. He had a lot of touchdowns,
Yep.
but still, it was Rico 7 yards of carry, boom, first down. 7 yards, boom, first down. And then once they got close, a coverage bust, touchdown, Bryce over the top. So
Yep.
I mean, it's it's just it's just bad. I don't know.
It's
I don't even,
this is the last thing I'll say. This is the last thing I'll say, and we can move on. It's very simple. We've mentioned this before. We're coaches. We've
yep.
coached before. We've coached soccer, basketball. We've mentioned this. It's very simple to watch film, watch tape, to look at what went wrong, what went right, and adjust.
That's the other thing. Like first quarter, and we're gonna talk about the Chiefs after this.
Yeah.
But first quarter, take note of what's going on. Adjust. Honestly, after the first drive, you adjust.
Yes.
Like you have to adjust. You see what they're coming out in, and you make changes, and you adjust based on what the other team is doing. Forget a game plan. I almost cursed. Forget a game plan. What you got going into this is what we're gonna do. This is the game plan. Forget that. If what it's about their game plan
Yep.
and what they're doing. Because if they come out in something that your game plan doesn't stop, you gotta switch it up. And I mean, let's not even we haven't even brought up the 4th and 4. that was the turning point on the game.
Right.
You mentioned it a little bit.
Yep.
Deron Bland on Hunter Renfro in the slot, and I mentioned it on my Instagram video. If y'all
Yep.
follow me on Instagram at NobleMan, then I'm starting a little series over there, late night football talk. But 4th and 4, 5 wide. Deron Bland is on Hunter Renfro in the slot on the left, and he's 10 yards back. Everybody knows Hunter Renfro isn't a speed demon. He's not running 9 routes. He's not running streaks. He's running slants. He's running sluggos. He's running options.
Yep.
Whether where depending on how the defense is guarding me, if you're on the inside, I'm running the out route. If you're outside shading, then I'm running the in route. If you don't know that, like I know that.
Yeah.
I've watched Hunter Renfro for years at Clemson. That's all
Sure.
he's done. And the fact that you're just giving it to him.
Yeah.
You're giving it to him. It's easy. The slant is the easiest pass to make for a quarterback. And again, if you're gonna give Bryce Young time to throw, then that's what you're gonna get every single time. It's wide open.
Yep.
Now, yes, maybe Kenneth Murray should have gotten there sooner because I mean, obviously it's a pass. So I don't know if he was supposed to be uh, a help or a spy or something, but he was supposed to get over there to cover the middle of the field quicker, but he was more shaded on the right side. And then he had to recover and come over to the left, but he didn't get there in time. But still, as a cornerback and as a scheme, you shouldn't have to rely on that. And that's the thing that is just so very frustrating. It's like down in distance, you have to know what to do in those situations and scenarios.
Yep.
4th and 4, if you're not gonna blitz, then you need to be man on man, press coverage, everybody up tight to throw off the timing of the throw.
Yep.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
If you have corners that cannot cover and that are not fast, like Trayvon Diggs, and safeties that are just aloof, then you have to blitz so that the timing of the throws are thrown off. And that's just football 101.
Yep. And
So
you mentioned a great point too. That's my other issue with just a stubborn zone scheme is that it just the responsibility is nowhere because it's like he passing them off here, he passing them off here. Oh, that's your zone, that's your man, and everybody's wide open.
yep.
So
Because
it's
you're
like
not getting pressure on the quarterback. So
no, no,
you
not
just
at all.
time and once the routes are developed and they're there.
Hmm.
So let's please move on. Please.
Who do Dallas play next week, and we'll move on.
We play Washington.
Washington. Okay,
Yep.
we'll we'll talk about that game next week. Let's move on to
Yes.
your other team.
Yes.
I think
Something to give me something good to talk about.
the one you probably like watching a little bit more at the moment. The
Absolutely.
Kansas City Chiefs
Yes.
played the Detroit Lions primetime game Sunday night. Won the game 30-17.
Yep.
The Lions were on a 4-game winning streak, which I don't think I realized going
Mm.
into this game.
Yep.
Um, but
Leading offense, best offense in those
right,
4 games.
exactly. Arrowhead game Sunday night. Bright lights are on. I think these are. I think we've been saying this for the past couple of years, but obviously it could be a Super Bowl matchup depending on what
Absolutely.
happens. But
Should have been last year, to be honest. But yeah.
agreed, agreed. Your thoughts on this game?
The difference between the Chiefs and the Cowboys is night and day. And I said it in my Instagram video that I posted Monday night. Um, Coaching matters, and
Yeah.
we see Steve Spagnuolo and his defense. Um, Number one, yeah, you have to have guys, but if you have a good scheme, you can you can win, and you can play good defense. Trent McDuffie is just incredible. He doesn't get the credit he deserves as a corner in
Right.
the league.
He does on this channel.
He does on this channel. Shout out Trent. Shout out Trent, Washington Huskies' very own. Um, yeah, man, he's just great. He
Yep.
he covered Amon Ra most of the night,
Mhm.
um, and that's a tough task. That's a
Yeah.
very tough task. The one touchdown that they had, which made the game closer than it actually was a one-handed grab by Sam Laporta, which was just nasty in itself, but still a
Yep.
very, very tough and um, well covered touchdown there. But yeah, man, the offense, the Chiefs' offense looks outstanding right now. Patrick Mahomes is playing at the MVP level. And we have we're about to get Rasheed Rice back, and so
Yep.
it's about to be scary hours for the rest of the league, because we have so much depth now.
Mhm.
Um, Kelsey can not take a back seat, but he can just get in where he fits in.
Mhm.
Rasheed Rice, he's going to work himself back. Hopefully, he's still been training and things like that, but. Um, the chemistry with Xavier Worthy is there.
Mhm.
Thornton didn't really do much this game, but we didn't really need him to. This was
Yeah.
Kelsey's best game of the season. And Mahomes is the offensive line is it's I'm so happy to see that Patrick Mahomes is not running for his life, man.
Yeah.
Um, and so this is one thing that I've kind of like realized this season. His old celebration, he wasn't doing it like the past few years. The
Yeah.
he wasn't doing that the past few years, but he brought it back this season. I don't
Yeah.
know,
He
like,
kind of stopped. Yeah. Yeah. He's back.
yeah, it is back, but no, the team looks great, man. And to to slow down, and this is again coaching. This is what the Chiefs do best.
Mhm.
Whatever you do well as an offense, they shut that down.
Taking it away.
The Lions could not run the ball at all. Yes, they had a few runs, but we know that that's Sonic and Knuckles. That's what
Yeah.
the Lions do. They run the ball,
Oh yeah.
and they really couldn't run it, and got pressure on golf, which you have to do. But it's just a great win by the Chiefs. I think they're back. Mahomes is favorite to win MVP. Um, we still have to get through our division, which is tough with the Broncos and Chargers being 4-2.
Mhm.
But we have two games against the Broncos and one more game against the Chargers. So I'm fine with it. I'm excited about my Chiefs. Um, yeah, just looking forward to watching some more great football from them. We got the Raiders coming up this Sunday at 1, which should be just a blowout. Um, I don't expect anything less than that, to be honest.
Yeah. Um, Definitely agree. I, um, regardless of how the Chiefs start their season, which has been maybe shaky in the past couple years, how you end it is what matters. How your momentum and your season is going into week, 8, 9, 10. That matters more than right now. Um, but it seems like it's starting early. It seems like they're getting the momentum now, um, and that's scary for a AFC that is quickly deteriorating, to say the least.
Yeah, except for the Colts, but we'll talk about them.
Anyway,
Don't do that. They're the 1 seed right now. 4-1, 5-1, whatever it is.
regardless of that, um, they're getting the momentum now,
Yeah,
and you have a experienced Ravens team who is probably done for the season.
yeah.
You have a Bills team who has a generational talent at quarterback. There's no doubt about it. Josh
Mhm.
Allen is one of the best, but he doesn't have. I don't think he has the help he deserves. Um, he obviously lost Diggs a couple years back. Um,
And that was by choice.
right, and that was by choice. Last night, Dalton Kincaid was out. Now, let me just give a brief commentary here. I have Kincaid on my fantasy team,
Yep,
and the past 2 weeks I've started Kincaid. I've won pretty much because of him.
yep.
And he was out this week, and I lost. So probably my fault for not moving him out of the lineup. But um, it was a bigger loss for the Bills because it,
Absolutely.
it took away what seemed to be Josh's number one option.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
and so just putting all those things into consideration, the Chiefs team are again in prime position to take over the AFC. And it's not
Yeah, it's
it's not
because
it's not a surprise, not to me anyway.
yeah,
I've
when you
learned
look at the standings, and I don't mean to cut you off.
you good.
When you look at the standings, it's a lot of the young teams, younger
Yeah,
teams, and the Chiefs have experience. We know that,
yeah,
and they're just steady throughout. Um, but Colts, I mean, they're young and unproven. Daniel Jones isn't a good quarterback in the playoffs. Um, Chargers, they don't play well in the playoffs. Jaguars, they haven't even made the playoffs very much. We've
yep.
already talked about the Ravens and the Bills. Patriots, very young, although well coached, very young, inexperienced. So yeah, and the Steelers. I mean, they're probably the oldest team and maybe the biggest surprise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, but they're playing well. But again, in the playoffs, you don't trust them because they haven't won in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
so to your point, yeah, I mean, it's the Chiefs
And,
to lose, to be honest. Still.
right. And the reason for that, like you mentioned, is the coaching. Listen, the Chiefs, you guys play the Broncos November 16th. You play the Colts uh, the 23rd. You play the Chargers December 14th. Texans, Raiders, Titans, like,
All the teams that are above them right now, for the most part.
and all the teams that Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo are going to eat their lunch. All of them.
Yeah.
You can mark my word on this. That Colts Chiefs game, it's a 1 o'clock game on November 23rd. The
Hmm.
Chiefs will win.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Colts record is going to be by then. I'm not really worried about that. The Chiefs will win because, like you said, they take away what you do best. Amon Ra looked like, I don't want to say dazed and confused, but I mean,
On the sideline, they were showing him he looked sad.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it looked like the life was taken out of him. And that's what the Chiefs defense does.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They're going to take away, you're going to play based on them. They're not going to play based on you. They're going to take away whatever you want to do. And so when you have experienced, intelligent coaches who are able to fully game plan week to week
Yep.
based on the other team, it's gonna be tough to beat. It's gonna take a complete um, perfect
Herculean
game,
effort. Yep.
perfect game, pretty much to beat them. And I wouldn't say the Lions played bad. I mean, they've had better games for sure,
Yeah.
but when you face a defense like that who's able to just adapt fully to what you want to do and take it away, it's gonna be tough.
Yep. And I think one thing that I was proud of Well, two things actually. Uh, no mistakes.
Yep.
No mistakes.
Right.
You gotta win the turnover margin. You gotta win the turnover battle, and you gotta limit penalties and mistakes.
Mhm.
And we saw last week she's had 13 penalties.
Yeah.
This week they had one, but it was declined. So a big, big, big emphasis on focus and concentration to limit those mistakes. And against a Lions team that can score points and really put you in some difficult situations, you have to be focused. You have to be locked in to limit those mistakes that can, you know, can hurt you in the long run. No drop passes that turned into picks,
Right.
like no bad throws, no misreads from Mahomes. So I was very, very happy watching that game. Um,
Right.
Again, just night and day from my two teams. They couldn't be, more opposite. So,
For
uh,
sure.
what's the next
Yeah.
game you want to get into?
Real quick before we move on, I think we got to mention the post game scuffle at the end
Yeah.
uh, between Brian Branch, Juju. There might have been some other guys involved, but um, Dan Campbell came out and said, that's not how we do things here. His actions, Brian Branch actions, were inexcusable. Um, where do you stand in terms of the instigator got what he deserved, or should you retaliate? Because I think obviously Juju was kind of going back and forth, and then Brian retaliated. Where do you stand on that?
I mean, I definitely think he deserved his 1 game suspension.
Agreed.
So it's just when you have a post game fight, there's typically a reason why.
Right.
Uh, and the Lions were salty.
Yeah.
They Dan Campbell is the guy that knee biter. I think that's what they call him, or uh, something like that. But he's supposed to be the dog and the toughest team, and they were pushed around.
Yeah.
They were pushed around. They were um, not punked per se, but they couldn't do anything. And like you said about Amon Ra, they just got their lunch taken,
Yeah.
and they were salty. And post game fights, that's what happens. You're salty, you're mad, you lost, and he didn't even dap up Mahomes,
Right.
and that's what Juju was frustrated about
Yeah.
because you just disrespected my guy. He was trying to show you some love or whatever, and you just I don't know what was said, but that there's just no place for that in the league.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. You got what you get. You got what you
Yeah.
got. So yeah, I deserved it.
Yeah. I agree. I think when that kind of happens, obviously emotions are running high after the game, and you know anything can happen. I've been in that situation. I've felt that kind of emotion. I get it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
But
but
in that case, just run to the locker room. Like I mean, if you
yeah,
if you
you out
if
there
you
looking for
know,
something, you gonna find
yeah,
it.
absolutely. If you know you're hurt, you don't want to talk to nobody, just run to the locker room.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's not gonna be skin off anybody's teeth if one or two players just if especially if it's gonna cause you to get into a fight and suspension and things like that. Like just help yourself out and your team out because next week you suspended a game, but they need you
Right.
against the Bucks. The Lions are playing the Bucks Sunday night football or Monday
Absolutely.
night, one of the two. Um, that's a huge game. And Baker's finna carve y'all up now. He saw the Buccaneers saw what the Chiefs did, and like, okay, Baker said I can do that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
and that's one less player that they're gonna have out there. That's a very important player. And the Lions secondary is already
Depleted.
beat up.
definitely.
So so it's not looking good for the Lions moving forward, especially if their defense is going to be decimated again like they were last year.
Right.
So so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hate to go back to the NFC least, but
Yeah.
we probably should mention the Thursday night game of the Giants Eagles. Um, yeah, I don't think we haven't mentioned that, right? Did we talk about that? I don't think we did.
I don't. No, I don't think we did.
Yeah. Um, Giants won 34-17,
Yep.
which was I mean, a shock, a surprise.
Huge upset.
Right. Huge upset. Scattaboo and Dart just going crazy again.
Hmm.
Um, is this more on the Giants, just, having a young resurgence, or is this just the Eagles' same old locker room issues and offensive issues? I mean, what? I don't,
It's both.
yeah.
Both, and honestly, I think it's equally both.
Yeah.
Uh, Jackson Dart is proven himself to be a good quarterback, and um, just shout out to the Giants for drafting him and seeing a talent in him,
Yeah.
and him producing. Cam Scattaboo, we know what he was, Arizona State. Uh, you know, these guys are good. And I said it in our group chat. I thought it was, I thought it was going to be a year away, but they're proving it now. And the thing is, they don't even have Malik Neighbors,
Yeah.
and they're doing very, very well. And I said to you, I was like, Neighbors, Dart, and Scatterboo next year is going to be a problem, but
Yeah.
they're proving to be a problem now. And they're talented. They're talented. And on the other side, the Eagles, they're just going through it right now. I thought I thought for sure that, if there was one instance, one inkling of anything from AJ Brown, that Howie Roseman was gonna ship him off like the Titans did. But they haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Um, I still think he is gonna get traded just because he's just a diva and he's not helping. Now I don't know if it's Jalen or if it's the offensive coordinator. Uh,
Yeah.
Super Bowl hangover. I don't know what it is. It could be uh, a myriad of all of those, but it's. I'm not mad. I don't like the Eagles. I'm gonna
Right.
put that out there. Um,
Yeah.
but I was happy to see them lose for sure. And I don't know who they play. Maybe they have a bye this coming week. Um, but yeah, it was a good game by the Giants. And Saquon is it's proven that once you have a huge season like that, the next season you're not going to produce as much. But even for him specifically, he has these moments where one year he's great, next year he's not. So this is a not good year for him, and we're seeing that.
Yeah. Which is why he should have went for the record last year, and I
Absolutely,
will stand on that forever.
absolutely, yeah. No, we both said that.
Right.
We both said against the Giants too. That was a game against the Giants. Like, yeah, you should have gone for the record, no question about it.
Yeah.
Because who knows? He might be done.
Right.
This is the
Impossible.
best season of his career. We know running backs don't have a long shelf life, so he
Yeah.
might be done.
Right.
So you were that close, and you won't get back.
Right.
So
The Eagles have the Vikings coming up Sunday.
the Vikings defense is good.
Yes. So that'll be a good one. The Eagles are still 4-2. Um, whether AJ stays or goes, I think the storyline is going to be this is just an inconsistent team. We've seen this before. Um, Somehow they're still able to right the ship and just ride on Jalen's consistency
Yeah,
to the playoffs and to the end of the season. Um, don't know how, but
Well, I mean,
You.
the Cowboys, Commanders, and of course the Giants beat the Eagles, but the Cowboys and Commanders didn't help themselves. They could have gained ground, but they lost. So,
Yep.
um, that's just another chink in the armor that the Eagles have in their favor that the other teams below them can't take advantage.
Yep. It's true. All right. You mentioned the team earlier. Um, this is a great team. They're young. They've got talent. Um, Jonathan Taylor's been my guy so far this season. Should be top three for in MVP.
Absolutely.
Um, the Colts, 5-1, had a good win against the Cardinals, 31-27.
Yep.
Daniel Jones threw for two touchdowns. Who's been a great quarterback this far. I think he only had 8 incompletions. So um, he's playing great. Tyler Warren, he would be rookie of the year if the Bucks and weren't going crazy over there. But
With yeah.
right. But the Colts 5-1. What are your feelings so far on the Colts?
Well, number one, they're beating bad teams.
Yep.
Um, they're they are well coached. I'll give them that.
Yep.
They're riding Jonathan Taylor as they should.
Right.
Um, and we'll see. We'll see once they play some good teams. We'll see what they are. But I think the other 5-1 team on the other side of the conference, the Bucks, I think they're more of a proven 5-1 team with how they're winning games and
Yeah.
the players that they have and how they're winning despite injuries.
Yeah.
The wide receiver room is decimated. Godwin came back one game and he went out again.
Right.
Mike
Yep.
Evans hurt.
Yep.
And Jigba hurt his hamstring last game. Didn't play this whole second half. They still won the game. We don't know the severity of that injury as of yet, but Baker Mayfield is the MVP of the league so far. Just his numbers, his leadership, and I love the way he's playing right now. I've always loved him, to be honest, as a player. He's just a competitor.
Yep.
He has so much heart, and he's showing it. Um, his resurgence as a player, as a man. Uh, he's a Christian. He
Yep.
dedicated his life to Christ recently, and so that's definitely gonna bring about a change in you. And so we're seeing that. That's definitely huge. I just like the team overall, playing
Yep.
well. Defense could use some help. Defensively, they're still giving up points and things, but um, I just like the way they're playing. But until the Colts play a good team, then they continue to win, and we'll see what happens later on because they position themselves very well for that division. Of course, the Jaguars they haven't played the Jaguars yet, so that those games will be tough with the Jaguars defense, and we'll see who comes out ahead in those matchups. But um, I don't think the Colts will end up as a 1 seed. Maybe 2 or 3.
Yep.
Um, but they're playing well for sure.
Yeah. 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 The Colts are riding that momentum wave like we've been saying. Um, yeah, I think for the Bucks to be doing what they are doing with the amount of injuries that they have is incredible. Um, and Baker's playing out of his mind. I mean, that run on third was it third and 12, third and 14, to where he shrugged off I don't know how many guys, 4 or 5 guys,
Yeah,
dove for the first down. It was just I think Tom Brady said it's one of the best plays he's ever seen a quarterback do.
yeah,
It was incredible. So to see that is great. Yeah, I wish they played each other. That'd be a good game.
Bucks and Colts.
Yeah, they don't play each other this season, but
Yeah,
just to see the two two different teams go head to head. But I like the Bucks a lot. I think if they can get healthy and stay healthy,
yeah.
um, They should be going to NFC Championship game. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
simple as that.
I definitely agree. Um, let's do some more quick hits in around the NFL. In that Bucks game, we saw Fred Warner unfortunately
Yeah.
dislocate and fracture his right ankle. He's going to be out for the season.
Yep.
Just another huge blow for the 49ers. They can't stay healthy, man. They injury bug just ruins them time and time again. It's unfortunate. Um, the Bills, they lose again, and they lose the first seed in the AFC East. They're in a dogfight now with the Patriots because the Patriots' schedule is easier,
Yes.
and the Bills have to figure out how to play better. Josh Allen is starting to turn the ball over again.
Yeah.
When there was a stretch of games for over a year, pretty much, where he wasn't turning the ball over. So
Hmm.
they got to figure out their defense. They got to figure out how to balance Josh Allen throwing the ball and running the ball and still having success without the turnovers. So that's going to be an interesting development with the AFC East now being in question when we didn't really think it was going to be. The Bears last night they also won the rematch against the Commanders after last year's Hail Mary game. They eked that one out with Jake Moody of all people hitting
Practice squad.
four field goals and the game winning field goal to win 25-24 against the Commanders. They won three straight. They're still looking up against in the division to the Packers and the Lions, but again, NFC North, good division. We're seeing that again this season. Were there any other games that stood out to you or moments or anything?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it a little bit, but the Steelers, um, who have been just under the radar, I guess,
Yeah.
uh, like they usually are. um, Tomlin it has, he runs a tight ship. We know that.
Yep.
Um, but I think they're not really being talked about. I'm not sure exactly why, but I think they're not the most flashy team. They're not
Not bad at all. No.
they're not going to score 40 points on you. But the defense is very strong. Obviously the Browns are not very good
Those are not good.
with
And
what's going on in their front office. Say it again.
the Browns are not good. The Ravens are not good. The Bengals are not good.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and the only team
even
they
if
lost to,
even if Lamar comes back, I think they still got the division.
yeah, agreed. The only team they lost to were the Seahawks, which I mean has maybe a better defense, just the same.
Yeah.
But beat the Browns 23-9. Rodgers had two touchdowns. Um, could be a sleeper team in the AFC, depending on what the Bills continue to do. How the Chargers continue, how the Colts continue. Um, but yeah, time will tell. Like you mentioned, time will tell to see if they can win in the playoffs. We know they can get there. We know
Yeah.
they can have a winning record. That's all a part of Tomlin's resume. But yeah, just seeing what they can do in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. Again, once you play tougher teams, we'll see what happens.
Right.
Uh, so, so yeah. Interesting week, week six. So, looking forward to week seven, and got some pretty solid games on the slate starting Thursday with the Steelers going against the Bengals, and again, it should be a rout. To be honest with you, they're
Yep.
just not very good, and the defense isn't very good for the Bengals, obviously. So, um, so yeah,
Yeah, I think it was a good week overall. I think After about week 7, week 8, I think you learn who the frauds are.
Yeah,
Um, and I think that'll be my segment next week is determining who the frauds are. I don't want to put Jacksonville in there, but they're kind of looking like it. Um, I don't want to put I guess maybe the Vikings. I don't want to put them in there, but maybe
yeah.
uh,
We'll
we'll
see.
we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we definitely will see. But let's end it on this. This for we're recording this on Tuesday night, but as when the video posts, it will be a special day for a very special person in our lives. Um, Dad, Dr. D, as he's known on YouTube, on Cowboys Chronicles series that we have here on Talking Sports channel. Today is his birthday, so we just want to say happy birthday to you, Dad. You you put us in all these sports, so if it wasn't for you, um, we couldn't be here talking about these sports the way we are, and so
Yep,
happy birthday. We love you. We appreciate you for everything you've done and the work ethic and you're putting us in all these sports and coaching us and
yep,
just showing us the ropes and everything. So happy birthday and thank you so much for everything.
for sure. Yeah, it's a great time to celebrate a great person. Um, he's the reason I'm where I'm at in life. Able to live on my own and have a job, and he's taught me what I need to know about life. And so
Yep.
he's been a great um, constant, great father, great dad in our lives. And I just want to say happy birthday. Hope the day is great. Hopefully the Cowboys can do something on defense for you. But um, other than that, hope you have a good day.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to this is gonna be a surprise. I don't know if he watches all of our videos to the end, so I don't know if he's even gonna see this,
Right.
but we might have to plug it a little bit, just put a
Yeah.
bug in his ear, like, hey, watch the end of the video so get this special message.
Right.
Uh but yeah, no, happy birthday. I'm sure at this point we'll call you, talk to you, wish you happy birthday. But yeah, man, just wanted to end with that. Just on a good note like that. Yeah, anything else you wanted to add or mention before we get out of here?
I think that does it. I think hopefully we can keep giving you guys these videos weekly, just doing like a recap, look ahead to the next week in the NFL, and with NBA starting soon too, we'll incorporate that into these videos as well. So stay tuned, look out, subscribe, turn your bell on, watch out for notifications, and hopefully we can keep putting these out for you guys.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Couldn't say it any better than that. Until next time, guys. Peace. God bless. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.